Welcome everyone to another two-tailed playthrough. This time I bring to you Fox's Peter Pan and the Pirates. Made back in 1991 by THQ, this game was based on the animated series of the same name. Peter Pan is one of my all-time favorite characters, and this series is my favorite version of Peter Pan. Peter Pan and the Pirates is a different take on Peter Pan, as it is based on the novel Peter and Wendy by J.M. Barrie, whereas the Disney version is based on Barrie's play, Peter Pan or The Boy Who Wouldn't Grow Up. Peter Pan and the Pirates is as much about Peter and the Lost Boys' adventures as it is about the pirates, as the name states. Captain Hook and Mr. Smee are usually the only pirates who receive attention, but the other crew members of the Jolly Roger are there, and are given distinct personalities and character development. In this version, Captain Hook is much more menacing and pirate-like as compared to the Disney version, which is more bumbling and comedic. Now don't get me wrong, the Disney version is great and I love it, but in my opinion, this is how Captain Hook should be. He's even voiced by Tim Curry, who won an Emmy for his portrayal of Hook. The only drawback about this series is it only ran for a year, ending in 1991. It was 65 episodes long, though, which is a pretty decent amount for an older animated series. But I wish there were more. Now, with a show this amazing, you'd expect a game based on it to be just as good, right? I mean, how could they not make a great game out of it? Well, when you start it up, you first get the THQ screen, THQ Present, which is alright. And then it leads into a bunch of mumbo-jumbo, Fox's Peter Pan and the Pirates, Fox's Children Productions. The Fox name was added to it to give it distinction from the Disney version, since it's an independent version. Equilibrium Production, more mumbo-jumbo, blah blah blah. And finally... Oh, no, wait. More mumbo-jumbo, come on, jeez. Directed by, produced by, blah blah blah. Ah, here we go. Okay, it's different. The name looks the same, and it's even got the pirate ship silhouette in the background, but what's with the colors? Well, I guess it's showing a sunset or something, and at least the music sort of sounds like it. But when the game starts, the first thing you see is a quick conversation between Captain Hook and Peter Pan, where Hook is saying, "I'll destroy the world you hold dear." And Peter, of course, up to the challenge. It's a duel to the death for Neverland. Now, right there you see just how much darker this version is from the Disney version. In the Disney version, sure, there was a lot of battling and fighting, but nobody ever got hurt or threatened to kill each other. Well, okay, Captain Hook was always trying to off Peter Pan, but it was just Peter. He just wanted to get rid of him. This Captain Hook is after not just Peter, but his whole world. So when you start off, you're thrown into this jungle-like area, and right away you see something is terribly wrong. First, Peter looks really awkward, and he's armed with just his dagger, which is alright, since in the show he's got a dagger strapped to his leg. So we're gonna wander across this countryside while a spider falls from the ceiling, and a fire, which I guess is shooting embers, tries to kill us. Now, when we talk to Wendy here, who's standing there, she warns us about traps. Peter, though, ever confident, says he can't be fooled by any grown-up traps. Now, for some reason, Wendy's head is much bigger than Peter, overshadowing it by a great deal. No idea why they made her so big. This is the only time you see Wendy in this game, as she just stands there completely oblivious to everything that's going on, while we take out this fat pirate walking back and forth. Now here we have the first actual trap, which is just a steel cage that falls from the ceiling, well, from the trees rather, and traps you. Nothing too dangerous about that. I mean, you just can't move for a few seconds. Take out that pterodactyl. Wait, pterodactyls? Anybody remember pterodactyls being in Peter Pan? That's a little too far back, I'd think. And then there's this stuff falling from the trees. It looks like something I can't really say, but I think you get the idea. Also, as I'm sure you've noticed, I've encountered several pirates along the way, in which I just attack them with my dagger and take them out. Again, in the Disney version, there's no killing of the pirates. I mean, they just get their hats pulled over their eyes, or knocked down a hill or something, or hit with a barrel. But here, you actually take them out. Go figure. Now we're going to continue along here, dodging a spider and some stuff falling from the trees that I can't really say. Maybe there's some animal in there doing something naughty, I don't know. And another thing, look at how he flies. Peter Pan, of course, flies using fairy dust and good thoughts, but here he flies very, very awkward. I mean, he jumps up, his arm is out, it looks like a really weird Superman pose. And he collects these lunchbox-like things. They give you health, 1 or 2 HP at a time, and they're scattered all over the place. Just what the heck are those? And what's with these balls here? I mean, you whack them and you can hit the pirates, which fall down holes. As I'm stuck in one now. Come on, let me out. There we go. Okay, and now we gotta dodge another fire. I don't know why there's all these campfires all over the place. Maybe someone was camping and didn't turn them out. Smokey's gonna be angry about that. Now, as we near the end of the level, we see Captain Hook, the leader of the pirates, waiting for us. There he is, walking back and forth on his mushroom, and he bumps into Peter's head and dies? Okay, that's one way to get rid of him. With him out of the way, we come to the second level, a cave-like area. Now, one thing I'm going to point out, if you look in the top right corner, you'll see a little face icon with a number next to it. It's right underneath the music note, which I'm guessing is the way to turn the music off if you want to. If I could figure out how, I probably would, since it's very awkward as that pirate just killed himself. Okay, works for me. The object is you have to go through each level taking out the number of pirates that are listed, and once they're all gone, you can proceed to the next level. If you complete the level, or try to complete the level with pirates still remaining, you'll get a message from Wendy saying there are pirates still about in Neverland, and Peter will say he'll go back and take care of them. In which case, you'll start right where you were and have to go back to the level to find the pirates you missed and kill them, and then you can actually leave the level. Thankfully, there's a little counter there, which there are more pirates as the levels go on, but that way you can tell just how many there are left, and so on and so forth. Now, as we go through this goofy-looking cave, with cannons all over the place, bats, and another trap, as a cannon somehow shoots at an angle when it's facing straight. And then there's a stalagmite there that's doing the same thing the campfire did, which also makes no sense. Ow. As we dodge a spider here and get hit by another cannon, gonna knock whatever that ball is and take out another pirate. Also, you'll see Tinkerbell flying around now and again. Getting her gives you 5 more health, which is very helpful, as while it seems Peter is invincible, he does take damage, and the pirates like to try and run through you, racking up decent amounts of damage. So if you have low health, you're obviously going to get taken out rather quickly. As I just picked